when I was in school, we did not have good fast food place. It was only chicken head. My chicken head food from somebody coming from Lagos, it was not the go-to place to eat. So I and a couple of friends just thought of this idea of building a restaurant with Lagos standard. Constructed the place, we brought in chef from Lagos and did the restaurant. I thought it was just going to be me and some couple of people patronize it. But the first day we launched, it was massive. People turned up, both students and indigenous. So one thing I noticed was that we actually did not have a medium to track sales and events. When I was thinking of the product, I started thought of a event management system. So that was what became 01 POS. It started as a point of sale system. Later on, it developed on its own from customers' requests, from merchants' views. At one point, they were telling me we need these features, we need to be able to do this on our POS. So slowly, it more became like a retail operating system where you could try and manage your business on the system without needing 3 or 4 software. Okay, we tried different products, but it was not what we needed. Most of them were fun. We had difficulties. We had to pay with dollar. Nigeria card was not acceptable at that time, and most times it was really expensive. So there was not a plug and play product that we could just use with the system we already had in place. When I started building 01 POS, I think that was the backbone of the whole thing. I wanted to build something that in Nigeria can use without needing like geo expensive and geo dollar card. So that is very, very accessible to everyone and anyone. The unique thing about 01 POS is that the rules are separated. So we have the cashier and the admin. What the cashier does is that basically the cashier main job is just to sell and to print CC. They do not have access to edit the inventory. They also do not have access to see the sales. So the cashier is basically the front desk, while the admin holds all the power. And why I made it that way was that I had this sales operator who was in charge of the sales of my store. There was one particular day, he just came in, just a regular work day, then he packed in a bunch of phones. At that time, I think iPhone 12 was the highest, so he just packed in a bunch of iPhone 12 and he went out. So at that day, we just did not see him. I trusted the guy, so I thought it was like probably went to sell it somewhere and he'll come. Kept calling him and his phone was off. So after like 3 days, I even had to report the whole case to the police. Cut the long story short, he was telling me that the person used jazz on him. The person used jazz on him and I took the phone without paying. We tracked the person, we arrested the person, and figured out that he actually stole those phones from me. I trusted you with my store and he stole from me, and I was like, he thought I would not lose. So when I was building 01 POS, my foundation was like, I need to separate the cashier role from the admin role. The cashier would not be able to see the suppliers, would not be able to edit the events, and would not be able to see sales. One thing I learned is that every business is unique. So every business comes with their own issue. Every business comes with their own uniqueness. Most of the time, they want something different. They want to customize your system to the way they work. But you need to stand firm. You need to stick to your foundation. When people start telling you, I want to do this, I want to be able to do this, I want to be able to do this, when you start trying to build for everybody, you end up not building anything for anybody. You need to stick to your foundation. And so once you get feedback, you look at the feedback and you see if it aligns with what you have going on. So you will not just build a lot of stuff that only 2 people are using. And so when we were building this cashier app, we had this issue that I wanted to solve, which was the internet and the offline capability. Cashiers were not able to make sale if there was no internet. So that was our primary objective to solve. While I was solving it, we wanted to test it. I wanted to onboard just to test the cashier software. When I go to the store, I was like, what was the number 1 issue you have with 01 POS? And they told me that this was the internet. They can't make sales if there's no good internet connection. That is the fact. And we've solved this issue, right? We built an admin, a cashier app for you guys. You guys should download the app. Guess what they told me? They told me that they are all using iPhone, and I built the app for Android.